What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers podcast, episode 64. Let's fucking go. Last week, it was so good. We had a great UFC Fight Night card that was not hosted in the Apex, and we really got to see the UFC shine because of it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so because of that, obviously, next weekend we have a pay-per-view, so that's going to be a big thing. So we gotta go back to the Apex.
Because, for some reason it's always in the mix, even though it shouldn't be.
I know, man.
It wasn't even supposed to be.
It was a great thing, obviously, for them when, during COVID and they were able to keep events going and use the Apex to get it. But it's like, at this point, man, you gotta stop having, 2 of your 4 events, a month basically being the Apex, you know?
They're just going there way too much.
Considering we're all telling them, stop doing Apex cards.
They save a lot of money, and that's why they're gonna do it, because it's just, they don't gotta worry about shit. But before we get into all of that, if you enjoy the content, give us a like and subscribe. It helps out. Maybe drop a comment in the video. Let's fucking go. But alright. This Apex card. I was trying, before we started, I was trying my best to think of how I can get hyped up and happy and excited for this card. We have Tim Elliott.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Come on, man. It's fucking Trailer Park Tom Cruise, my boy. I gotta give love to Tim. You know what I mean? He should have beat Muhammad Makayev in his last fight, but he got cheated because of Abu Dhabi.
The cheater gets cheated. It is what it is.
I just don't accept that.
If you're going to play by the cheats, you're going to lose by the cheats. It is what it is, Jimmy.
I allow him to live by the sword, but he cannot die by the sword, alright? He must die by the unified rules of MMA. But nah. We'll get there. But the main event of this card, it was supposed to be in Shanghai, China. It was going to be a lot better of a card. We're going to have all the road to UFC bouts. It was going to be a lot better. But, like I said, we're here at the Apex. It was supposed to be Song Yadong versus Petr Yan. Number 7 versus number 5. Great step up, for him after a beautiful performance against Ricky. Had that loss, in the fight before to Corey. So, you know what I mean? Just another chance at, moving up the division. Petr pulls out. In comes number 15 instead of number 5, Chris Gutierrez.
Yeah, that's such a crazy jump.
Yeah, it's obviously good that Chris, is on the card and, Song still gets the fight. He gets to stay busy, get another win, if he does win. But, to go from 5 to 15, it's that's such a difference in what this fight does for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 100%. Especially considering, after... well, no, there are options. Not a lot of options. There are options.
What, of, people that could have filled in, or?
No, not filled in, but, after, if he wins this fight, there are options that he can have. Also, I am coming through on your end. I hear myself.
You were talking, you weren't picking up on. Alright, I don't know, that should be a little bit better.
Hopefully. Okay, yeah, no, that is better.
Okay. Let's go. Sorry about that. But yeah, so obviously, yeah, if he does get the win, there's plenty of different fights. But before, if he does win, do you think he's gonna win? How do you feel about this fight, him getting Chris Gutierrez stylistically instead of Petr Yan? Either of you.
I mean, stylistically, I do think it's actually probably a better fight for Song than Petr. Because even though Petr is mainly a boxer as well, and he does have good leg kicks and good kicks in general.
Mm-hmm.
He also has really good wrestling.
Yeah,
and that could be a motherfucker for Song Yadong.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know, honestly, because just especially with his last fight against Ricky, it's he was really able to neutralize a lot of those attempts from him.
I understand where you're coming from with there. Counterpoint, how good is Ricky's striking compared to Petr's? Or to Corey's?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Who I would argue Corey doesn't have as good of wrestling
No, yeah.
as Ricky.
That's
So
fair.
it's kind of that catch-22 of maybe Ricky's the better technical wrestler than both of them,
Mhm.
but Song wasn't going to respect his power or his hands like that.
Yeah, that's very fair because yeah, it's like you said, it's technically, you know, like on a wrestling mat might do better, but implementing it in an MMA fight is entirely different, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I I mean, honestly, because yeah, it's like Song. He's like a -400 favorite or some shit in this fight. Like very
Yeah.
big favorite. He should be the favorite in coming into this. I mean, what?
Obviously.
He's still only 26 years old. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Chris is 32. I'm also pretty sure Song is like decently more experienced inside of the UFC compared to him. Only a couple fights.
26.
Because yeah, Song is 9-2-1 in the
And
UFC.
Chris is 8-2-1.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, only one extra fight.
Yeah, the same difference at that point.
Yeah.
But Song does have a little bit better experience, higher level experience with fights with Sandhagen and Ricky.
Oh yeah, for like it.
So
100% what Song has been able to do so far in his career, like at being 26, is much better than what Chris Gutierrez has done.
I just feel like as long as Song doesn't get his legs kicked to bits, he should be fine.
yeah,
I really feel like that's the biggest thing. As long as he can check some kicks or just like stay out of the way or whatever, he should be able to get this done. Or if his legs are just tough enough to endure some shit, but
Yeah, and that's honest for me. That's why it really does suck with Chris Gutierrez filling in because it's like, dude just recently lost to Pedro Munoz. You know what I mean? Which it's like, yeah, Pedro is a tough veteran and he can just be tough stylistically for some people. Like, you know, he knows how to strategize well in there, even though he does some dumb shit sometimes. But yeah, I just really don't see Chris having much, like, to your point. It's like, I don't know. It just, Song, I feel like he's going to be the better grappler. He's going to have heavier hands, more power behind him. He's going to be the better technical boxer for sure in there. Like,
yeah, like I said, like I really think that Song should have it. I think that it should be a good fight, but I think it'll be pretty easy for him, like I said, as long as his legs don't get kicked to smithereens.
Yeah, if they don't go out there with the Jonathan Martinez strategy of kick his legs out.
Well, because I mean, even in his last fight on that same card as Martinez, it was on how do you say it? I'm sorry.
Alatong Haley.
Yes, thank you. But yeah, like, cause you know, he was just in there. Yeah, he was kicking the hell out of his legs too. Didn't get the finish, but got an easy decision over it. Like,
yeah.
And I mean, honestly, if I was Chris Gutierrez, because it's like, yeah, he's probably gonna be like, yeah, just out technique, outgunned, like just whatever. I feel like his best chance is probably to try and pull, because it's like, yeah, before losing to Pedro, like, got that flying knee over Frankie Edgar. He got the spinning back fist and elbows over fucking Batgirl Dana. Fucking it's like Song, he lost that Corey fight because of that nasty cut over his eye. You know what I mean? It's like, he should probably try to like pull that Corey game plan a little bit of just going for these like big spectacular shots to like, yeah, just like honestly even just that same eye, because it's like, you know, you get cut somewhere, you're gonna have scar tissue, it gets cut open easier, you know what I mean? It's like if he can just even try and like, you know, use elbows and just flying knees, just whatever, like big shots to just really like hone in on that and just try and like bust him up, you know. I other than, you know, just trying to just kick his legs out, that might just be his best chance, because never been 5 rounds in the UFC. I don't think in his career. Song Yadong went into the 5th round with Ricky, went into the 4th with Corey, you know, so definitely, like we were saying, way more experienced.
Yeah, no, and that was going to be my thing is, does Chris have the stamina to do that, though? To go for that strategy? Is he going to have enough in the gas tank to do that? Especially if it gets into the 4th and the 5th rounds.
Yeah, that... I don't know. That it's just... We just don't know, you know what I mean? Just haven't seen it before. Yeah, it's definitely just looking like a rough fight for Chris Gutierrez coming into this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, like, you know, as we were talking about at the start of it, if Song Yadong does win, he says that he wants to get rebooked against Piotr Jan, which it's like I understand that, but it's also like with Davison winning how he did against Rob, that's just I feel like the more fun, better fight to make right now, you know? So yeah, where would you guys like to see him go if he does get a good win over Chris Gutierrez on this Apex main event?
Yeah, that's kind of the issue, isn't it? The problem is we're looking at it. Vera has the title shot.
Yeah, and that's not happening until March.
Yep. We're thinking Davison and Piotr should fight.
Mm-hmm.
Henry and Marab are, I think, booked to fight, or they're supposed to fight.
Rumored, it's not clear when it's going to happen, so that could easily end up on the March card too, because the winner's going to get a title shot.
And Aljo's trying to fight Max.
Yeah.
So that leaves Corey.
Which is a rematch.
That leaves him fighting down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like where my issue with it is, because I'm looking, I'm trying to look up because he should be fighting up, and if it's not Piotr, there's literally nobody else. So it's Piotr or down.
Yep.
And it's like, if he does have to fight down, I feel like there's only two people that you do. That's it. One of them is you could go with giving him the name on the resume in former champ Dominic Cruz. That is probably going to be an easy win and just like a easy highlight for him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go the tougher route. Another guy up and coming on a great win streak. Teammates with Chris Gutierrez. Motherfucking Jonathan Martinez. I feel like those are the only... Because Rob just lost easily to Davison, you know what I mean? They're not doing that. Pedro, I don't... You know what I mean? Like, that's not... And you just be Ricky.
Yeah, who did Pedro just... Yeah, Pedro just lost to Vera.
Yeah. It's like... I mean, preferably, you know, I love my fucking boy Jonathan Martinez, so I would love to see him get that opportunity in a big fight up.
Yeah.
See, that's kind of where I see him going. He'll probably end up getting like the Dom Cruz fight or something like that.
Which, whatever, good for him.
No, Dom just still... How the fuck old is Dom Cruz now?
30-something. Like 38, 39.
38 years old, and he's still having to fucking fend off Team Alpha Male from his career. You know what I mean? It's like... Hey, there's a storyline there. What can I say?
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Beat Song Gadong somehow. It's like, no... Only Cody can hold a win over me.
Bro, that'd be so funny if Dom Cruz won because of that.
Yeah, right?
I would be so upset.
I know you would be. Kate's just like, I am so tired of old men in this sport. Has been watching it for 2 years. Like, get them all out of here. It's like, they're around forever, Kate. But yeah, that's the main event. Other than it possibly not being a very competitive fight, it should be fun while it lasts.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's fucking go. Bantamweights, it's a great division, possibly the best division in the UFC right now. But moving on to the co-main event.
Wacky division.
Yeah, wacky is definitely the right word for that. But it was supposed to be Khalil Roundtree versus Azamat in last week I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Azamat pulls out. Anthony Smith takes it on short notice, push it back a week, ends up as this co-main event. If this was a full camp Anthony Smith and like 2 years ago, this would not be a fight in my opinion.
No, this wouldn't be competitive if it was 2
Smith
years ago.
Would dominate him.
Yeah.
Like it.
But it's not that.
It not
No.
at all. It's just crazy to think that it's been over 2 years since he beat someone not named Ryan Spann. That's rough.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro,
And that person that he beat 2.5 years ago was Jimmy Crute.
Person before that, Devin Clark.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like obviously Ryan Spann is definitely a better fighter overall than like Jimmy Crute, Devin Clark. So it's still like decent enough, like getting 2 wins over him. But the last one was real rough. Split decision win. Probably shouldn't have gotten it.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, he's 35 years old, so it's like at 205, that's not the oldest at all.
Yeah.
But he is of old 35, you know what I mean?
That's what I was going to say. He has so much mileage on him.
Yeah.
37 and 18.
Yeah.
One of the fucking select few fighters left on the UFC roster that's still competing that fought in Strikeforce, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which
is insane.
Yeah. This dude has been around forever. He was the fucking regional scene warrior forever before coming into the UFC. And yeah, he's had a ton of great wins inside the fucking UFC, but just, yeah, at this point, bit too much damage.
I was gonna say I've been finished multiple times.
Yeah, I'm just, I don't know, man. I would not be surprised if Khalil Roundtree goes out there and just, like, within the first 2 minutes, he probably drops him twice just due to leg kicks. You know what I mean?
I was going to say 3 of his last 4 wins are finishes and then a split decision over Dustin Jacoby.
Yeah.
But Dustin Jacoby is such an awkward fighter to fight. Honestly, I could see the Bukauskas side kick to the knee.
Oh, no. Not to Smith, man. He ain't the one that I hope for that.
No, I don't hope.
Because you do hope for that every time he fights.
I do.
But it's entirely possible, considering, especially considering Smith has a lot of problems with his knees. This is a really terrible fight for Smith. Holy shit.
Yeah.
His legs are getting ripped off.
It's like, this is definitely the best fighter that, Khalil is going to be fighting in a while. Like Johnny Walker, was like his highest level competition before this, and that was in 2018. But he's on a like you said, 4 wins, 3 finishes, and out of them, yeah, man. I hate this fight so much. I really fucking do.
Yeah. Poor Anthony.
Yeah, but
it's
also, you forgot his best win.
Huh.
Paul Craig.
Jimmy doesn't accept that. Why would you do that?
It shows you how not great he is. You know what I mean? He's way past beating Paul Craig. You know what I mean? He's on a 4-fight win streak now.
He would definitely lose to him now. It's okay.
100%. There's no doubt in my mind he'll lose to Paul Craig now. But yeah, I really don't got much else to say on this one, honestly. It's just
no.
Only thing I get, with that, if he does get a win over Anthony Smith, where is he fucking still ranked at right now?
11 Smith, 8. Sorry.
Okay.
Smith is 8. Khalil's 11. He'll move into the top 10.
I mean, I could very easily see, if he gets, especially, a stoppage win over him, looks good. Probably will get a bigger fight, a bigger name after. Loser of, Rakic, Jan Blachowicz, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or Nikita Krylov.
It's funny, because I was going to say him, but I was like, there's no point. What is he doing? Where's he at?
That's my point. That's why I wanted to bring him up, because where is he?
He's patiently waiting for someone to accept a fight against him.
He beat Ryan Spann and then disappeared off the face of the earth.
It's really funny, because that was this year.
Yeah.
Feels like longer, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because, I'm pretty sure overall, generally, he hasn't been the most active, right?
I mean, he had 3 fights in 22.
Well, never mind.
Only 1 fight in 21. 1 fight in 20, but then, 2 fights.
2 in 19.
Usually, 2 to 3 fights a year.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I'm I guess he's only fighting once this year.
Yeah, man. Why in the fuck would anyone take a fight against Nikita Krylov?
Yeah, no, I get it, but it's fuck.
It's a hard-ass fight, and you get no recognition for it. And you're probably going to get finished, and then everyone's going to be like, damn, you lost to him. But yeah, let's see how it goes. That's the thing. Even with this, it's like I don't even think it's gonna be a great fight. Like it's just
no, especially with it being short notice.
Yeah,
I feel like Smith's just gonna get finished in the first round. Knees to the body of a grounded opponent.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. But now we can get to a fight that I can get hyped up about. I can have some excitement and just, let's fucking go.
Because even though this is the shortest notice of fights.
Yeah, but that's completely fine because the fucking junkyard rat is back. Tim Elliott, let's fucking go. And he's taking on Sumadarji. It is up at 135 because of the short notice. Sumadarji has not fought in a long-ass time. What's it been, like a year and a half now?
Yeah, July of last year.
Yeah, against when he had that fucking war with Matt Schnell. That shit was crazy, man.
Oh, yeah.
The fucking picture afterwards when fucking Matt Schnell just puts him to sleep and he's getting up, just blood all over both of them. Oh, yeah, that he definitely deserved a very long time off after that. I was very surprised to see that he was still only 27 years old, honestly. I did not realize that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I thought he was much older. My boy Tim Elliott, though, he is on the older side, 36 years old.
At 125.
Yup, 8-11 in the UFC. It's not the prettiest record. I can admit that, He's
it's beautiful.
Which is insane because that means his record outside the UFC is 11-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11-2-1.
Yeah. He's a pretty damn good fighter sometimes. You know what I mean? There are moments where he looks great and then he just kind of does Tim Elliott things and loses a fight,
To be fair, he should be 20-12.
He
should have beat DJ.
No, he should have beat Muhammad Nakaya.
I know. I was just trying to trigger you. Multiple.
But I mean, then again, he should have beat DJ too. But that's a different story for a different day. This fight, though,
that would have been DJ's Matt Serra moment.
Yeah. This is gonna be a crazy fight, though. He's just so much fun. Every time he's fighting, I don't give a fuck who it is. I'm excited. I'm ready to watch because it's just going to be good fun. Sumadarji is probably going to look to slug it out with him. Being up at 135, being 9 years younger, I don't feel so good for Tim.
Sorry, by knockout.
I don't feel so good for Tim.
Yeah,
I hope he could get it done. I hope so, but but then again, like I said, long ass layoff for Sumadarji. Who knows where he's at mentally, physically? You know what I mean? It's just we'll have to see. But this could, if it doesn't get finished quickly, this could end up being fight of the night for sure.
You know what? Tim Elliott by Rolling Thunder.
I will accept that. Let's fucking.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, as you could already tell with these top 3 fights, it's an Apex card, you know what I mean? The names, the rankings, the meaning, it's not really all there. This next one, I got mixed feelings about this one. Nasrat Haqparast is back versus Jamie Mullarkey. I feel like this is going to be a really fun banger where it's just back and forth. They're landing big bombs on each other. Or it's gonna be dog shit.
Yeah, and I feel like
I'm not sure.
You want to know what the funny thing is? This fight just makes me feel like it's gonna be one of those two things. But also, I'm just feeling like this is gonna end up being a dog shit decision in terms of like the judges actually judging it.
Don't call that
well,
now.
Yeah,
why would you put that into the air, Ginger? What the fuck?
What kind of feeling is that? I ain't never heard no one say some shit like that. We're not in Texas, brother. What the fuck? Oh my god.
Just because of who it is on each side. The fact that it can just be back and forth. Oh my god.
This is gonna end in fucking no contest, nut shot in 5 seconds into the fight.
Moving on.
Moving on. Yo, this is big stakes at 155. You know what I mean? Jamie Mullarkey,
unranked fighters, and if either of them win, not gonna get a ranked opponent.
Hey, both under 30, all right.
Both
have wins over John McDessie.
So true.
And
Okay.
I don't know. This card ain't great. This fight ain't great. I hope it's a fun fight. That, you know what I mean? That's really it. This next one, though, the last fight on the main card, only a 5-fight main card, kind of short for fight night. You know, it is what it is. When it was announced, I was so happy for my boy.
Yep.
We had that little run where it was like every weekend I felt like I'm just like, does this guy get a top 15 guy? Does this guy get a top 15 guy? You know what I mean? The motherfucking Iron Turtle, he got his top 15 guy against Andre Muniz.
And then Muniz
And then
was
they dropped him for the rankings.
Yeah, because too many people doing good things at 185 before this fight could happen. It's absolutely horrible. It makes me so sad,
Well,
man.
I'm pretty sure, didn't he get dropped out when Hamzat was bumped in?
No, I think he was
No,
dropped
it was
before that.
that.
I'm pretty sure well before that.
Was it before that?
I think so.
I think he got dropped by Fluffy. I don't remember why. No, I think he got bumped when Paul Craig.
Yeah.
Paul Craig, that's who it was, because I just remember someone coming in and being like, damn, that means that Andre's out. And I totally forgot that Paul had came in. I was thinking Hamzat, but yes.
Yeah.
You're correct.
So yeah, I mean, it's still a fun fight. It's still a great step up for him to like get there, but it's just now he won't get a ranking if he gets a win here. You know what I mean? He probably won't get a ranking.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, but like, bro, the motherfucking Iron Turtle, 32 years old, really fucking starting to come into his own. He's got 2 losses into the UFC, one to Fluffy Hernandez, the other to RoboCop. No shame in either of those losses. But yeah, since that RoboCop loss, split decision win over Eric Anders, not the greatest, you know what I mean? But 3 rear naked chokes all in a row. Joseph Holmes, Dennis Tuiluilan, and Albert Duraev. That's pretty damn solid.
It is solid. I don't see him getting a 4th.
Oh, no.
Yo,
Brendan Allen got that RNC over him.
He got
that. You're not wrong.
I mean, Brendan Allen is the fucking RNC king. You know what I mean?
I mean, he's on a 4-streak RNC win. This could be his 4th. They could be tied.
Damn, that's true.
True.
Does Iron Turtle come for that record? Yo, that would just, I don't know, like, he's just one of those guys where, like, yeah, he's been around for a bit. No one has ever, like, been like, oh, the Iron Turtle. You know what I mean?
He got RNC'd by Shavkat in 2016.
Damn, Iron Turtle?
Yeah.
Was it outside UFC?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Sorry, unnecessary. Just saw that.
No, yeah. But... yeah, I don't know. He's just always been good fun, and just watching him just slowly improve and getting better. You know, like I've just been kind of hyped on him, and so like I'm real happy for him to get this opportunity. You know what I mean? That's just
because even though Andre isn't in the top 15, he's sitting right outside of it, so he can easily get an opponent after this that is actually ranked and should stay ranked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
shit.
Yo, if he gets a sub over Andre Muniz, if he subs him,
Paul Craig.
That's the only thing that makes sense. You gotta give him Paul Craig. That would be some good fun, you know what I mean?
That would be fun.
But hell yeah, man. Motherfucking Jun-young Park, Iron Turtle.
No, sorry, I'm trying to remember the fights at 185 now, and don't worry about me.
You're good. But yeah, and then Andre Muniz, he was like, it's just so crazy, you know, 2021. He fucking breaks Jacare Souza's arm with that fucking, you know, arm bar. And then just, like, I mean, he got the sub over Eric Anders after that, too. But, like, just where he was thought of and, like, you know, like, just, yeah, where he was looked at and just the hopes everyone had for him and just where he's kind of been at and sitting at now, it's just, like, damn. It's just crazy to see just not coming close to kind of reaching those, like, the hypes and the expectation, 2-fight losing streak, both finishes, you know what I mean? It's just, it's rough. He definitely needs a win here, but I got to root for my boy, the Iron Turtle. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, though, now we're at the prelims.
Yes.
Bless you.
Bless you.
I mean, I know the one fight. Well, there's 2 fights to really bring up. I know for me and Kate, Ginger. Since I don't really know what you're kind of looking at on this prelims and what you're hyped for. What do you like about it? What do you see on here that sticks out?
Tetsuya Taira.
Yep.
Yeah, that is like who I'm most excited for.
Yeah. That is easily the biggest fight on the prelims.
I mean, I am sad for him because he was originally supposed to fight David Dvorak like back in October, and that would have been a ranked opponent for him. It would have got, you know what I mean, just would have got him into the rankings, and that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
But now he's fighting Carlos Hernandez, who is 2-1 in the UFC. I think he's gonna easily win this. And, like, I'm happy that he can get a fight, but it just sucks that it's not David.
Like, no, I know.
No, exactly. I feel that same way, but, like, they were already going to give him David. He wins this fight. They're obviously going to give him a ranked opponent because why wouldn't they?
Yeah, exactly. Makes sense. Maybe they'll even go back to that fight, but either way, I'm just hyped to see him back because it's always fun when he's there.
Exactly. Stay busy fight.
Maybe it'll be the loser of the feature bout.
Maybe that is possible. Don't give him Tim Elliott, man.
Right.
Don't do it.
You're already expecting Tim to lose.
Don't do it. Come on, my boy. He doesn't need to be 8-13, all right, brother? Come on. That's so damn close to having twice as many losses as wins. Oh my god. Even Artem didn't do it. Well, no, Artem did do worse technically in terms of ratio. So
yeah.
Either way. Oh well. But yeah, that's definitely like the most exciting thing on the prelims. We do get Steve Garcia versus Melquizel Costa on this card,
and that's the second fight.
Yeah, very good on that. Other than that, there ain't shit on this card, man.
Other than that, the only thing that I am hopefully looking forward to is Hyung-Sung Park quickly finishing Shannon Ross.
Yeah.
There's not much.
Yeah, man. Just like looking through that shit before, it was like. I'm just like, I'm not even excited for, like, to see that happen because I just feel bad for Shannon Ross. Dude is 34 years old. He got finished on the Contender Series, still came into the UFC, and has had 2 fights, lost both of them sub-finish knockouts.
Sub-minute knockouts?
Yeah, sub-minute knockouts.
Yeah.
You said
sub-finish.
Sub-finish.
Yeah, Clayson Rodriguez, 59 seconds, and Jesus Aguilar, 17 seconds.
All right, so Hyung-Sung Park needs to do it in about 10 seconds.
I said like 22. Like, I know it's getting lower, but I feel like it's going to sit in the middle of that.
Nah, it needs to get lower. Fastest knockout in UFC history, 2 seconds.
I was going to say breaks Masvidal's record 1 second.
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
They both just run after each other, like, right to the center as fast as possible, and you just Sparta kicks them. I don't know, something. But yeah, that's this Apex card, man. You know?
Woo!
There's one thing that has big stakes and big meaning on this card, and that is the fact that the final draft order can be decided. All I need is my motherfucking boy Song Yadong to get a win in the main event, and it is secured for this year that Kate comes in first, I come in second, and Ginger comes in last.
But if Song Yadong loses, we still have 1 more week.
It's not happening.
It's happening. I'm telling you, it's happening.
Because then that means that I come in first and they tie. If whoever Ginger has.
Pantoja against Royval.
Pantoja.
Bro, you know how angry I am going to be because before you needed 3 wins in me to get the loss on my last guy in order for you to fucking tie it up. You know how fucking angry I'll be? Kate said that we should coin flip to determine the winner and loser. I don't agree with that.
Come on, if you guys are tied, flip a coin. That's the best way.
I disapprove.
Rock, paper, scissors, I'll be Ginger.
Yep. I'm down for that. You guys just talk beforehand, just like, all right, if he throws this and you throw this, then you go this after. You just got the whole game plan laid out. But yeah, that's really it. You have to lose. It's all right. And let's go. Yeah. But other than that, we got a little bit of fight news, a little bit of fight announcements going on. You know what I mean?
We have strictly fight announcements.
Hey, there's some other things we could talk about, you know?
I know.
You want to talk about the other things first? Hey, yo, What?
I'm just moving shit
Move
around.
it to the top. Nah, we'll get through some of these fight announcements. This one, I understand why they did it, but I absolutely hate this fight so much. Oh yeah, then I always forget that it's different. It's like Caitlin Seminara now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, instead of Chukagian.
Yeah, but she's taking on Macy Barber. I hate this fight. I don't know how you feel about this, Ginger, but I think this is going to be a terribly boring fight, and Chukagian's or Seminara is going to lose a bad decision.
Yeah, it was announced as Chukagian,
Win a bad decision. I'm sorry,
but yeah, no, more than likely.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Literally, the
It's
only
just-
thing it's good for is a name breaking into the top 5.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
And
Potentially.
That's the thing, is like, because Caitlyn is good, man. She's fucking good. Like, her losses at 125 are Valentina, Jessica Andrade, and Manon Fiorot. That's it. I'm pretty sure. I think she might have more wins in that weight class than Valentina. I'm pretty sure.
I think she does have the most wins in that weight class.
But it's like, she's a decision machine, for sure. But she knows how to win fights. And Macy just, like, I mean, she's looking better. But I don't know, man. I'm just, like, really, it just since she lost to fucking Roxanne Modafferi, I've just been so, like, I just don't see her, like, ever becoming champ. Like, she used to be so, like, hyped up on and everything.
Oh, no, not especially with, like, Manon Fiorot and Grasso there, Aaron Blanchfield. Like, no, she's getting mollywopped.
Bro, she shouldn't have beat Miranda Maverick. You think she's gonna fuck it? Like, she thinks she could out-grapple or beat Aaron Blanchfield? Like, get the fuck out of here.
So, total wins, her and Valentina are tied. Total fights, she has 13, Valentina has 11.
Okay.
And Jillian Roberts is tied with Caitlyn as well.
Word. But, yeah, so, I mean, I'm not the most hype on this fight at all.
No.
This next one, though, I am also terribly sad about. Kate fucking cursed it because she called it, and she's pretty much a piece of shit for this.
I'm sorry.
You're not sorry at all. Josh Emmett, he needed... who was he supposed to fight again? I don't even remember.
Giga Chikadze.
Giga, there we go. Giga pulls out, which also... Giga's got to be done at this point, right?
He injured his groin. And he might be done. I'm not, like, trying to disagree. I'm just saying, like, that's the injury that has occurred.
Yeah, he's on the older side. I'm just
he's
like...
35 years old.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to be a champion, but, like, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He's a fighter. He'll stay around until he's about 39.
But Bryce Mitchell is filling in. Diego Lopez called for it. That was the fight that I much rather have seen.
I would have loved that fight.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's like, I know it's a big step up, but Diego's young. Like, he's fucking good. I just feel like that would have been a great opportunity for him. If he would have taken a loss, even if he got him beat up, like, well, it probably wouldn't have been the worst. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've seen him short notice.
Yeah, I feel like he could have subbed him short notice. Like,
yeah.
So,
Bryce Mitchell, I don't think that this is a good fight for him. I feel like he's going to struggle with the takedowns, and I feel like he's going to get bombed on the feet, and this could be pretty close to the Ilya Topuria fight.
Yeah, I mean, it was only 3 months, not even a full 3 months ago, that he fought Dan Ige and, like, busted up his eye and shit.
Yeah. I was about to say, Ige was giving him problems on the feet, and Emmett has more power than Ige.
Yeah, and Ige has terrible fight IQ, so it's like
Emmett doesn't have the greatest, but he's got better than Ige.
Yeah. Like, bruh, wasn't it like Ilya? I mean, I don't think he took him tried to take him down until the 5th round or anything, but it's like still, like I don't like this, man. I really feel like Bryce Mitchell is gonna get hurt bad, and I'm just that makes me very sad. I don't know if you guys got anything else.
I was about to say, it's just weird, like, because all of our where we think people are gonna be is now kind of falling apart. Because we were like, Mozart versus Allen. We did not like Yair versus Ortega, but whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Bryce versus Cater. Now it's Bryce versus Josh.
Yeah. hopefully Bryce. I mean, if Bryce could win, man, that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, to be fair, Josh is on the older side. He did get beaten the fuck up by Ilya in his last fight, so who knows if he's even going to be the same, in all fairness, after that. But yeah, it's just hard for me to see Bryce doing good in this one. It's a rough one for sure.
Yeah.
We can hope.
That's the thing. It's a rough one.
Next up on the list, though. Your boy is finally back, Ginger. You've been wondering where he's at. Here he is. Alex Perez is here. Right?
Huh?
Your boy.
My boy. Since when?
He's fighting Muhammad Makayev, though. This is an easy fight for Muhammad Makayev. Definitely his easiest fight to get up the rankings, for sure.
Yeah, I was about to... There's not much to say about this fight. I think didn't we literally call this because we were looking at the rankings and we're like, he's either going to fight Perez or Nicolau? And then Nicolau got booked. It's like, okay, so he's fighting Perez.
Yep. So yeah, he will be in the well, he's ranked number 9 already, so he'll get a couple spots up. But yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to me that Perez is still even there, because I didn't realize that he lost to Davison in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
He lost to Pantoja in 22, and that was his last fight.
Yeah.
Like July of last year.
Yeah.
The amount of canceled fights this man has had.
Yeah, it's insane.
Not all of them his fault. I will say that because I have looked through it. But it's like damn near 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 in between Davison and Pantoja, and then 3 in between this fight and his last.
Yeah. It's terrible, man. Yeah, Muhammad Makayev should run over him. Like it. Yeah. Unless he just, I don't know. Like, unless it's just some real bad fraud check or some shit on Makayev, which it's just like.
I just don't see that happening.
I feel like that would have been last fight.
I mean, Tim Elliott was winning. Until
he was winning.
Until this bullshit fucking position got taken away, and that, you know what I mean? And then he kind of sat there in a dumb moment for a little bit too long, and then instantly got finished for it. You know, but hey,
Jimmy's never gonna let this go.
I'm not.
I just don't think that Perez is gonna be the one to do that.
Yeah, he's not.
No.
So yeah, should be easy for Makayev. Speaking about 125 division, though, I know we did mention it that Brandon Moreno was in talks to fight Amir Albazi. That is confirmed now, and it is also confirmed that he is the backup fighter for the title fight next weekend. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
which makes sense. Like it was either gonna be him or Amir as backups. Like
that's very true. But yeah, so good shit for Brandon. I doubt that he'll be needed, honestly, on that. But if he makes the weight, then he'll get a paycheck for that, and then he gets a big fight coming up, so good for him.
Yep.
Next up, though, moving from the small guys to some pretty big boys, you know what I mean? 185-pound division, let's go. Ikram is back, and he's got a rough fight ahead of him in Fluffy Hernandez, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breaking into that top 15.
Yep. This is going to be a good test for his grappling at, like, the higher level of 185, you know? But yeah.
I was about to say. And Fluffy's scrappy on the feet. So.
I'm pretty sure Fluffy's on a good streak right now, right?
Yeah.
It's been a while, I feel like, since I've looked at his shit. But yeah, 5-2 in the UFC overall. Yeah, on a 4-fight win streak. 3 finishes out of them. Only guy he didn't finish in there was Josh Fremd.
which is kind of wild.
Shit, yeah, he's supposed to fight Drikas.
Got Josh instead, you know?
That's really funny.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, I'm definitely excited for this one. There should be a lot of good grappling exchanges. Let's just hope that we can get there and he doesn't just get like knocked out on the feet or something. Yeah.
So many of these would have been good fights. Like the streak, like bro, imagine if his streak instead of being Fremd, Mark Andre and Edmund, it was Drikas, Chris Curtis, and Roman Kopylov.
Okay, it was actually supposed to be Albert Duraev.
Drikas, and then either
got
Chris or, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, with the last 3 canceled fights.
That's an insanely wacky, like, from Duraev to DDP, and then that gets canceled, and then Josh Fremd. Like,
Whoever would take it.
He went from middle to like a big step up, and then a giant leap back down. Like, but yeah, I'm excited for that fight. It should be good.
I am wondering who would have. I mean, this would have been just right after the Trevin Giles fight, right before the Brad Tavares fight for DDP.
Okay, so yeah.
So before his like big breakout, like he was only 2 fights in.
Well, I mean, and it's obviously hindsight, but it's like looking at the fighter that he is, it would have been a big step up. You know?
Oh yeah, no. Bro, what do you mean? Like he had for DDP in that run, it was beat Trevin Giles and then cancel fight against Andre Muniz, cancel fight against Chris Curtis, then the Anthony Hernandez, cancel fight against Kelvin Gastelum, into Brad Tavares.
Yeah. Too many canceled fights.
Too many.
Jesus. All 3 of those, from Curtis to Gastelum, were all scheduled for the same date.
Been nice. But yeah, let's go. Moving on, back down a couple divisions. 255 pounds, Melsik Bagdasaryan versus William Gomis. This should be a very fun kickboxing fight, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like initially, off first thoughts, probably gonna favor Melsik in that one. But yeah, that should be good fun. Very excited for that.
Oh yeah.
This next one though, I hate it. It's rumored in the works. Mr. Babadabalena Del Maddalena, you know, my boy, our boy, we love him. K's been falling off on him because of his last 2 performances, but my fucking heart still loves him, and I know that he's gonna do just as good as I thought before. But it might be a little bit too big of a step up too quick if he gets Gilbert Burns.
Yeah, because I was going to, like, I've been saying that he definitely has time to improve because we've just seen his flaws a little bit, you know, not even in his last one. His last one, he just didn't look like he was taken serious. But, yeah, I think that Gilbert is a big step up from number 11 to number 4. It's just...
Why wouldn't they not do Jeff Neal? Why?
I think that's where we're all kind of like, what the fuck?
I think what it definitely could be is that Gilbert wants to fight.
Yes.
He wants to be back by 299 or 300.
Yep.
Everybody loves him, so if he wants to be back, he's going to be back, and it's whoever's going to take the fight. And he's willing to fight whoever is willing to take the fight.
Yep.
And that's just what it is. So if Jeff isn't ready and JDM's like, I want to fight, why wouldn't he get it?
And that's exactly what I was thinking. It just literally timelines.
Yep.
And like you said, just
Gilbert's willingness to fight anybody.
God damn you. You're number 4. You shouldn't be fighting 11, you motherfucker.
Especially because it's like with Jack, you know, his last fight was over Kevin Holland, who's number 12, and then an unranked guy making his debut coming in short notice.
Jimmy, fuck you.
What?
Just because you like JDM, you can't be saying that number 4 shouldn't be fighting number 11. Why is number 4 accepting a fight against number 11 when that's literally what we've been saying for the lightweight division to be doing, for hell, the welterweight division to be doing?
Well, I mean, lightweight, you need more crazy shit going on. You know what I mean? You need to just get the names in there. Where it's like welterweight, you just need the guys at the top you just need the fights to go. You know what I mean? It's like things are moving at welterweight way better than they are lightweight.
They definitely are, but like I feel like the thing with JDM is, like I said, you know, I mentioned his last 2, but then before that, it's Randy Brown, Danny Roberts, Ramazan Amiv, and Pete Rodriguez.
Yep.
So with that, Randy Brown, obviously a good win, but he's not ranked. Kevin Holland is his only ranked win.
Yep.
So Kevin Holland being his only ranked win at number 12 and going to 4, that's just so rough.
Yeah.
No, it is.
It's so rough, and it's Gilbert.
And that's
it's just wild that I'm not disagreeing with the idea, like with this particular fight. It's just the idea that like 4 and 11 should be fight. It's like pump the brakes on that, but it does make me wonder why the hell they didn't do Jeff Neal though, because we all agreed like that would have been a fun boxing match.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what it would have been, a boxing match.
How long ago did you pull out the Ian Gary fight?
I was just going to look.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, it was supposed to happen in August.
Oh, okay. I forget what. I don't remember. But yeah, I don't know. It could be a whole lot of fun. But it's just, I mean, like, definitely when it comes to, like, strictly boxing, JDM definitely has Gilbert beat there. JDM does have really good power, but I'm just like, I don't know. Is it going to be fucking bigger power than Gilbert?
I don't know.
Is it going to be enough to finish him when Hamzat wasn't able to?
I mean, to be,
When,
like,
it took how many rounds for Usman to do it, too?
I think
2,
round
3,
three.
4 rounds?
Yeah,
round 3?
round 3.
Yeah.
I mean, with the Hamza one, it's just like Hamza is just not a technical striker at all. You know what I
he's
mean?
so sloppy.
So it's like if someone is just chucking a bomb of a right hand at you, you know what I mean? You can see that and like prepare, and you know what I mean? But like, because Usman was sitting him down with the jab. And it's just because it's like, yeah, Gilbert doesn't really have the greatest chin. Like, he is tough and, you know what I mean, can hang in there. But it's like, if, you can just catch him clean, like, you can sit him down for sure, you know?
No, and I do agree with that. It's just also the thing is, he's got that power coming right back at you.
No, and yeah, that's where it's rough. Because not only that, bro, the fucking grappling and jiu-jitsu on him, you know what I mean? Because it's like, obviously, the like jiu-jitsu credentials on him are just through the roof, but he has really developed his wrestling to like effectively use that jiu-jitsu too, you know what I mean? Like this is one of the hardest fights in the division for Jack Della Maddalena for sure. It's just one of the hardest fights for anyone in the division, honestly. It's fucking Gilbert.
No, that's the thing. It's Gilbert Burns. Like, Gilbert is just a hard matchup for damn near anyone in that top 15.
Yeah. It's...
So we're just going to have to see if they really go to it, you know?
I hope not. Let's pray. My boy, he needs to keep the winning streak going.
Him versus Sean Brady.
Hey. No.
Hey. No.
But yeah. That's all the fight announcements and shit. Only other really things that's kind of going on in the world of MMA. Motherfucking Jamal Hill. He out here. He got arrested. When I first saw it and I saw that it was domestic violence, I was like, yeah, me and you talked about it. It was just like, god damn, you know, like just heart drop kind of moment. And then it was just like, gotten like his brother, and it's like, okay, well, this is a completely different thing than what I originally thought.
Yeah.
Still obviously ain't great, but you know, it's much different.
Much different.
It's just like one of those things where it does show like his emotional maturity level.
Yeah, for sure, but this is one of those things where it's like, okay, because when it comes to a girl, it's like, I don't want to hear the story. There's actually no reason. You know what I mean? But his brother, who is older than him, there had to have been something that like genuinely started that shit. And it's like, that's where
Jamal
it's like...
Jamal being a deadbeat dad and not respecting women.
Oh, is that what it was about?
Yes.
Oh, that's fine.
That's what Jamal punched him over. Calling him a deadbeat dad and not respecting women.
See, when we looked it up, there was like no stories on it yet. It was just that he had gotten arrested for like a dispute with his brother.
Yeah, that's what happened, because the dispute was Jamal hired him to clean a house, and then like an argument over that was vacant that he bought or some shit, and then like then the whole thing escalated, and his brother was saying like, why do you never text your daughter that's over at my house, and you know, you being a deadbeat and not respecting women, and that's when he punched him. And then as he was trying to get back up, punched him again, knocked out a tooth, and like gave him a black eye or something, like so.
Alright, so that ain't great.
Yeah, it's not
great. It's not.
And now I see why you're talking about the emotional maturity. Yeah, it's just funny because like after seeing him get arrested and not seeing any stories about it, I have not seen any more on it.
Yeah,
so I just figured that no more has came out, because generally people are like, oh yeah. Remember? This is what it was about.
Yeah, no, it's because so many people are like, it's his brother, who cares?
Yeah.
They use the whole he's a fighter thing. It's like, that doesn't mean you get to just be a shit person.
No, yeah, I know. And
like,
and it's like, and because, you know, me and Kay were talking about it a little bit, and that's where, like, you know, I was kind of saying where it's like, yeah, you know, talk about, like, fighters a lot and how, like, they're looked at as, like, athletes and stuff, but it's like, most of them are not even close to, like, actual athletes, you know, in terms of, like, how they live.
Professionalism.
Yeah, and just, But it's still just like, if you're a professional fighter, and especially someone like Jamal Hill, who was like, the former fucking champion of the world at light heavyweight, it's like, bro, you can't just go like
punching people,
beating people up that
even if
aren't
it's your brother,
fighters. You know what I mean? Like, that's just. But yeah, that's definitely a completely different story than what I was expecting.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that's fight news.
That's fight news.
Isn't MMA great? Yeah, I know.
Like,
the thing that like I kept seeing the most about like after what that was just fucking picture of just like all the fucking MMA mugshots, and it's just like, the list grows again.
Yeah, right. And
I
it's
saw
just
that a
like,
bunch of times.
It is funny though, like, because so many people like it wouldn't have been that much of a leap, even like it with what you guys were saying, like, because you got to remember, this is the same guy who was defending Dana White slapping his wife.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, he did it a lot. Like, he was arguing with a lot of people online over it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Why'd you have to teach me these things, Ginger?
Well, gotta know the truths.
Yep, I guess
I was
you
about to
do. What are you gonna say?
No, that's what I was gonna say. Like, just, isn't it better to know the whole truth than not to?
You ever heard a thing of ignorant bliss?
I was gonna say, I was like, ignorance is bliss, Ginger.
Well,
I never heard of it.
With that, there ain't nothing else to talk about. It ain't the most spectacular week in MMA. Next week will be a lot better because final pay-per-view of the year. Let's fucking go. Yeah. But we'll catch you on the next one. The review for all this shit. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it's better than what we're thinking. You know what I mean? Austin was a lot better on the prelims than what we were thinking, so
Definitely
That's
was.
true.
maybe the Apex will really Apex, Let's fucking go.
Don't say that.
I was about to say, no, that's not how that works. The Apex
Strickland?
it's not going to be good.
Sean Strickland?
So true.
I hope everyone enjoyed this one. Peace.